For Comedy Hype News, I'm Jay Will. Terry Crews has found himself trending on social media once again for some unprovoked comments he made last night. On Wednesday, Crews tweeted, "The best thing about being uninvited to the cookout is you never drank the Kool-Aid." A user responded to Crews and said, "If you enjoy not having any black friends, just say so. Spare us the dog whistles and let me continue confusing you with Lester Spite and mentally inserting him into your role in Everybody Hates Chris. How sad are you to intentionally antagonize black people?" Crews would instantly respond to the user and say, "What are you talking about? I have plenty of black friends. My tweet was my response to not being invited back to the Expendables, although I wished him well." Crews will go on to get an overwhelming amount of negative responses from those online. One user will go on to tweet, "What Kool-Aid is that? Black women stood 10 toes down for you after you shared how you were violated and you couldn't even stand up for a sister and colleague being mistreated. This clearly haunts you and it will for the rest of your days." In response to that, another user said, "He doesn't care. He uses for what he needed, and now that he has whoever's ear he was shucking for, he's tapping across every stage they put on him." What these two Twitter users are referring to is Crews' controversy surrounding Gabrielle Union and her experience as a judge on America's Got Talent. Now in 2020, Union was very outspoken about the fact that she experienced racism and discrimination from her coworkers during her time on the show. When Crews was asked if he experienced any discrimination at work, he would go on to say that he never experienced it and that the show was the most diverse place he'd ever worked. Many found Crews' answer to be insensitive and thought it discredited Union's experience. Union would tweet, "The only thing I know for sure is that Terry Crews gets 3 checks from NBC. So I don't know if he's worried about job stability, which, listen, we all know that if you speak up about racism and white supremacy, you absolutely can be shown the door. We both were very clear on that. I don't know if that's the situation." People were like, "Well, you weren't the only black person on America's Got Talent." And I was like, no, I was on there with Terry Crews. Based on his recent actions, do you really think Terry Crews was an ally, was helpful, was a sounding board? I think Terry Crews is showing us who he is and what he does during times of adversity, and it's not solidarity. After receiving some backlash from the public and Union herself, Crews will go on to offer several apologies. "This will be my 3rd public apology to Gabrielle Union. If a 4th is needed, I will continue to apologize and push for reconciliation between the world and, more importantly, the culture I grew up in. I'm sorry, Gabrielle Union." Now, Terry has been very vocal in the past on certain topics, and his opinions have become unpopular. In the past, Terry has come to the defense of former NBA Los Angeles Clippers owner Donald Sterling, as well as tweeting some more statements that didn't seem to show support for the reignited Black Lives Matter movement in the summer 2020. In June 2020, he tweeted, "Defeating white supremacy without white people creates black supremacy. Equality is truth. Like it or not, we are all in this together." Now, Crews' former TV son Tyler James Williams, famous for playing Chris on Everybody Hates Chris, stepped in and said, "I'm not trying to call you out, Terry Crews. You know it's all love always, but we're rightfully angry right now and fed up with anyone not with our cause wholeheartedly. I don't want to see that energy pointed your way or diverted from the cause." Godfrey, who is known for not keeping his opinions to himself, let it be known that he disagreed with Crews 100%, while letting him know that there's no such thing as black supremacy. Now, in response to this recent tweet, comedic talent Jess Hilarious would even go on to write, "He don't even know how to tell black jokes right." Over the past few years, Crews has seemed to fall out of favor with the black community by revealing more and more of himself. Fans had fallen in love with Crews as an actor, displaying his skills in movies like Friday After Next, White Chicks, and Everybody Hates Chris. Now that he's becoming a media talent showcasing more of his own personality and opinions, that love that was once shown has diminished. So what do you guys think? Do you think Terry's tweet was in response to the Expendables, or was this more in line with the behavior Terry has become known for in recent years? Let's talk about it more in the comments below, and stay up to date for the latest news and comedy by subscribing here to our YouTube channel and follow Comedy Hype across all social media. Plus, look out for more original content on our new streaming service at comedyhype.com. For Comedy Hype News, I'm Jay Will.